Greetings fellow Whovians and welcome to Timey-Wimey Review. Today I want to talk about Mandip Gill, aka Yasmin Khan's future in Doctor Who. At the time of recording this video, Mandip's future in Doctor Who is still up in the air. It's not been officially confirmed that Mandip is going to leave at the same time as Jodie Whittaker's departure at the end of this year, or a little bit later on this year. The last piece of information that we've received was when Mandip did an interview on the BBC Radio 2 Breakfast Show a few weeks ago. So I'm just going to quote what was said in that interview. So Mandip was asked, is she going to leave? Mandip replied, I'm not going to say. I just think the audience is so good. They love surprises. Though people ask this question all the time. I'm going to say I'm not going to tell you, but I think the ending is perfect for my character, whichever way it goes. If she carries on, if she doesn't, it's full of love and it's exactly the way it should be that time. So please hit the like and subscribe button as I ask, should Mandip Gill, aka Yasmin Khan, stay or leave Doctor Who at the end of this year? Before I answer that question, let's have a look at Yasmin Khan. What do we know about Yasmin Khan? Well, she is a police officer in training, a PCSO, as I believe, from Sheffield, and she travels with the Doctor, and that's about it, really. I do feel that Chris Chibnall has kind of let her down, a little bit similar to Jodie Whittaker's persona as the Doctor. I just feel that we haven't got to know her yet, similar to how I felt about Jodie Whittaker with a similar video that I did last year. So if anything, we've got bullet points of a character, but not a full character development. And that's nothing against Mandip Gill's acting and performances. I just feel that, if anything, Mandip should be given more. Especially now that we've got John Bishop as Dan Lewis. I feel that Dan, and it might be a little bit of John's charisma in there as well, but I just feel that Dan is a more rounded character than Yasmin. Yaz. I feel that we know a little bit more, if anything, more about Dan in 7 episodes of Doctor Who than we have known about Yaz in 3 seasons. I feel that the last series, Doctor Who Flux, I feel that we got a little bit more out of Yaz as a character, especially with her and Jericho and Dan going off and having their own sort of separate adventure for 4 years. But we're told it, but we're not really shown it. And to be honest, I've said this before in my previous reviews, I do feel that Big Finish Audio has a perfect opportunity to pick those adventures up, especially at the beginning of Doctor Who Flux between the Doctor and Yaz, having single adventures with each other. But as an audience and what we have seen so far, we just don't have that big over character development. Like I said, I feel that we know more about Dan than we do Yaz at this stage. But then in the New Year's Day special, Eve of the Daleks, we did get a big, I would say bombshell. Yeah, I'm going to say bombshell. When Dan and Yaz had a heart-to-heart moment. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Eve of the Daleks. If not, where have you been? So Dan and Yaz have a heart-to-heart moment, and Dan pretty much asks Yaz, you love the Doctor, you know, you do like her a lot, and Yaz pretty much admits it. And to be fair to Chris Chibnall in this part of it, he did write this really well. I do like the line that Mandip said, Yaz said, when she said, I've never told anyone, not even myself. So that's quite an important piece of information. Myself and other Whovians, I think it's fair to say, are quite excited and quite fascinated with this storyline development. Will they, won't they? I think this is it's got the potential to be a really good piece of television drama. There's a lot of things that can be explored. I think it is fair to say that New Who has been a little bit more on the emotional side, the more emotional sort of character traits than we've had in classic Doctor Who. Not to write up classic Doctor Who at all. We've definitely seen romance in a more sort of platonic way. and little snippets of a romantic way in classic Doctor Who. But it's fair to say that with the whole Rose and the 10th Doctor storyline, we've seen more of an emotional sort of loving connections with the Doctor and previous companions, and of course the 12th Doctor and River Song. Like I said, this has got the potential to be a great piece of television drama, and I'll be very proud for Doctor Who to explore these emotions and the diversity for not only just for the LGBTQ community, but to everyone. You know, it's thought-provoking television drama as far as I'm concerned. Now, we have seen gay characters before, most notably Bill Potts, but explore a character who is exploring her own sexuality. We've definitely not had that before, and again, if it's done in a more mature way, subtle and with depth, this could be huge. This could be a great storyline, and again, this can this can go anywhere that it wants to go, especially without knowing who the next Doctor is going to be at the time of this recording. We don't know if it's going to be a woman or a man, so it's just got the legs to go either, like I said, in a more sort of gay, heterosexual, bisexual, gender fluid. It's just the potential is so there. And do I feel this is going to get, this could be wrapped up in 2 episodes? I don't think so. I just feel that they'll just would have been a lot of wasted potential if it's all wrapped up in 2 episodes, personally, from what I've seen so far. Do I think Chris Chibnall is the person to wrap up this potential love story? Judging by track record with a few certain characters, no. Do I think Russell T Davies can handle this? Absolutely. And I thought really the emotional side for what Russell T Davies brought in his first tenure as Doctor Who, for the most part, hit the nail on the head. I was more, like I said, I'm more for the platonic relationships in Doctor Who. But this feels new, this feels refreshing, and like I said, there's definitely room to do this. And do I feel that Russell T is the right person for that job? This is kind of like more of a serendipity, it's, the stars are aligning, probably more coincidentally than rather fate, but I just feel the potential is so there, and I think it'd be a wasted opportunity not to do it. So the answer to my question from earlier is, should Yasmin Khan stay beyond this year of Doctor Who? My answer is absolutely yes. Like I said, this has got so much potential. I'm very excited for this storyline. It's something that we're not overly explored before in Doctor Who, but it definitely has the room to be explored in Doctor Who. Now, there's all sorts of mitigating circumstances. I do agree with my answer. First off, does Mandip Gill want to stay? If she does, fantastic. If she doesn't, then fair play to her. Best of luck in her career. Do I feel that there is more to be said for Yaz? Absolutely, and I'm aware that means she's going to be probably one of the most longest companions in the entire history of Doctor Who. 4 years television wise, 5 years is a long time, even longer than most, quite a few modern Doctors, but just the potential's there, and I'm excited. It can be done in a very subtle, mature, and in-depth way, and I think Russell T Davies is definitely the right man for the right, to write this storyline or continue this storyline that's kind of, I feel, has naturally developed. I don't know whether by the fans or just what the charisma between, the chemistry between Jodie and Mandip, I'm not sure. Or maybe this was something that Chris Chibnall intended all along. It doesn't have to be a long stay for Yaz, just maybe even just half the season or a few episodes, or even just in the 60th episode maybe. But I just feel that it just has legs to carry on just that little bit longer, and just really just go all out with this storyline. What I don't want it to be, though, is a tick box exercise for the BBC. You know, oh, we can do this, we can do that, and tick, 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 but not really have the character development and the you know, you just, there's ways and means of writing good characters, and just kind of, you don't need to sort of force it down people's throats, because, you know, we have seen a bit of a backlash, sadly, with having the first female Doctor, and a lot of people saying it's too woke, too political, and I get the arguments. It's definitely been not a subtle way of some of the stories that have been produced over the past few years. It can definitely been done in a more subtle manner, but don't write this off. I feel that this is a very interesting story. Very excited, whatever way it goes. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts to my question and my answer. Do you agree with me? Do you think Yaz should stay? Or do you disagree with me and we should have a completely new crew for the TARDIS when Russell T Davies takes over in 2023? Next time on Timey-Wimey Review, it's the start of my season 23 of classic Doctor Who, Trial of a Time Lord from the 6th Doctor era. Until then, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope this has been a thought-provoking discussion for you. All opinions are welcome. Let's just be kind to each other. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And as Yaz once said, it's not that easy.